Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to Food Friday, my barbecue series. So I'm going to decorate this sheet of Happy Planner lined classic sized filler paper with this sheet. This is the Picnic Parade from Creative Memories. It's an old sticker. I highly doubt you can get it. And I'm also going to be using some of this $25 freebie from Coffee Planner Mom. And if you're interested in getting this freebie, you better act fast, because Brittany will be switching this out very soon. And you can get this freebie when you spend $25 or more at her shop. Use my code GAIL15 and save 15%. I'll leave all the details below. So let me tell you what inspired this. I have asked you, my viewers, what would you like to see from my channel? And one of my viewers, David, has asked for family favorite barbecue recipe. And he's probably been wondering where the dickens I am in delivering that video. Well, David, I'm sorry for the wait. I hope it'll be worth it. I am starting a 4-part series because I couldn't just think of one family favorite. My family would eat the same several recipes for all our barbecues. And I was generally the barbecue hostess because, you know, I was the one with the kiddos, and people, my mom and dad and my brother and aunts and uncle would come to our house and they would have the barbecue. I'd host the parties on July 4th and on Memorial Day and Labor Day, those kinds of things. So I'm going to share with you all our family favorites, and this is just in time for your final weeks of barbecue season. If you're here in like I am in Pennsylvania, where, you know, it's August. Pretty soon it's going to be too cold for barbecuing. Yeah, so there you have it. So today we're going to start off with my mixed grill. I'm going to start with the meats. Next week will be salads, salads and sides. The following week will be dessert, and the final week will be drinks. So you'll want to subscribe and hit the notification bell and stay tuned for all the things. I think I might want to do, maybe I'll start with this blue. So this is just a big lined box from the Happy Planner. It says do all the things. And from the Happy Hostess series, I think I want menu plan. And I need a food. So I actually have, I think these are clear though. I actually have from the menu, are these clear? I think they are. Yeah, those are clear. So I'm gonna hold on to those, but you know what? I wanna grab the word family favorites because these are the family favorites in my barbecue series. So let's see if I can get some paper sticker foods. Let's see, this is going to be for mixed grill, so I want hot dogs and hamburgers, which I know are in here. I just have to flip through. So yeah, David asked if I could give a family favorite recipe, and I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, you know, does he think meat? Does he think salads? Does he think dessert? What I wonder what he thinks. These are also clear. I'm looking for a paper sticker. And I thought, gosh, there's just so many. Oh, rats, they're all clear. Are they all clear? They are. I don't have a paper hamburger. Well, I'll do a little whiting out. It's not like people are going to sit here and analyze, right? And you know what? That burger is nice, but this is a burger, right? The burger, hot dog. Yeah, so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do a little series. And this first little bit here, this is going to be my cover page. And I think I'm going to keep this for myself and then maybe pass it on or make a second identical one and give it to my kids because I think they'll both be very interested. And I think to make the what's on the menu plan a little bit fancier, I'm going to use my calligrapher in 1.0. So I'm going to start at the bottom with the most complicated and fanciest, which is grilled pork tenderloin. We wouldn't have that often, but we did have it, and it's always fabulous. And I'm going to do grilled chicken. We would have that often, family fave. In fact, my husband and I eat grilled chicken over salad at least once a week, still to this day. And I'm going to do hamburgers, which is a staple here in America at the barbecue, right? And hot dogs, which were a kid favorite. Not mine, but that's all right. So I'm going to write mixed grill. Now, there might be another protein that your family loves. Leave a comment below and let me know. What is it? So I'm going to share with you our family favorite recipes for mixed grill. Let's get started. Alrighty, I'm going to keep working with my calligrapher 1.0, and I have my food book. This is the original food book. The second food book is also in here, and some random food stickers that were icon-y from other books. So I'm just going to start off with hot dogs and hamburgers. Now you might be thinking, do you really need a recipe for hot dogs? Some people might, right? I think hot dogs and hamburgers are common and probably fairly easy to replicate. I know that our son and daughter still do the hot dog hamburger on the grill thing. My husband and I do hamburgers. I haven't really used the charcoal grill a whole lot, but I do use our charcoal grill. I'm gonna find some hot dog and hamburger stickers just to kind of decorate this up. And I'm gonna try not to talk a whole lot and make these videos super long. I do want them to be ones that you feel are functional, that maybe you can get some ideas from, and that help you with your hot dog and hamburger or barbecue game. Okay, so there's just a different recipe sheet on the back. Alrighty, so hot dogs and hamburgers. I'm going to move to a regular pen. In this case, I'm going to use my tool pen. I believe this is 0.5. So buy whatever kind of hot dogs you like. However many packages you need. But for our family favorite, hamburgers is ground turkey breast and one of the chubs of the Jimmy Dean sausage. And if we felt spicy, I would get the hot, which was more often than not, especially as the kids got older. But I initially started off with just the sage. How many? Well, a package of hot dogs has what, 10 hot dogs in it? You figure 1 or 2 per person. And between the pound of turkey breast and the pound of sausage, that's 2 pounds of meat. For me, that would make 8 patties. So you have to decide what you're going to do for that. These are some bullets. I thought the bright colors might look nice with the theme of barbecue. They came out of the Socialite book. So I'm going to add those to this area. I think they're small enough, the asterisks are. And I'm going to talk through, and when I'm finished, I'll pause so you can take a look at this sheet and screenshot or jot things down as you wish. So as I was saying, you know, I was the one with the kiddos, and so my mom and dad, my aunt and uncle who lived in town, my in-laws would often come for July 4th, Labor Day, those kinds of barbecue kind of holidays. And even just serving my family food off the grill at a regular, you know, intervals. It gets hot. We didn't have air conditioning. You don't want to be cooking indoors. At least I didn't. So I don't know how this is going to look with all those asterisks so close together. But yeah, so we would often have hamburgers and hot dogs. That's a common thing for us. With regards to relatives and family coming, sometimes hamburger and hot dogs, sometimes hamburgers and chicken, sometimes hot dogs and chicken. So there was all kinds of combinations of what meats would we use and when and how. So yeah. Alrighty, let me find, what bullet do I want to use at the top? I'm thinking about using the circle bullet just because it's kind of fun. I think I'm gonna go like that. So I always use ground turkey breast. Ground turkey breast is drier on the grill, so nowadays when I make hamburgers I usually just use chicken, and I totally avoid the sausage, but when we'd have gatherings I would always do the sausage. So again, this makes 8, and then a package of hot dogs usually serves about 5 people. You think everyone has 2, but if you make all of this, you can always pull the burgers off just a tiny second before they're ready and refrigerate, and then the next day you can microwave them, and those would be fine. We would do that. Although I find that the sausage has enough fat in it that you could cook them all the way through and microwave them, and they'd be fine and they wouldn't be dried out. No, when I say pull them off just a tiny second before, I don't mean, you know, don't give yourself salmonella or whatever you get from uncooked food. You have to be safe. I just mean just a, you know, I wouldn't, I like my burgers on the charcoal grill charred. So I wouldn't char a burger and put that in the refrigerator and try to microwave it the next day. That would be too dry. But anyhow, you do you. So burgers and dogs. So yeah, sauerkraut, ketchup, mustard, relish, pickles, onions, tomato, grilled onions, and mushrooms. That was rare, but I did do it sometimes. Leaf lettuce. We never used cheese growing up because our daughter has a dairy allergy, but cheese was something that you could do or that we might do now. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to cover this up and decorate it a little bit, and I'll show you that at the end. I don't want to take that time away from talking it out. So let's talk about chicken. And I think this time I'm going to actually add my bullet first. These are a little bit bigger for the space. I always use boneless, skinless breasts. I don't like to mess around with bones and legs and thighs and all those other things. I would often pound them out so that they were just a little bit more even. For us, for grilled chicken, depending on what I had for ingredients and the mood of the day, we would either use Italian dressing, barbecue sauce, or magnificent marinade. Recipe to follow. So our daughter having food allergies, I found that the Kraft bottled Italian dressing worked well, and the Kraft barbecue sauce. Honey is our family favorite. So I'm going to write up this preparation and then I'll talk with you about it. All right, with regards to the chicken, our favorite way of cooking the chicken was generally the barbecue sauce. We kind of got away from the Italian dressing a little bit, but what I would do is cook the chicken on the hot grill on the first side, and then when I flipped the cooked chicken over, I would then add the dressing or the barbecue sauce. I have a silicone brush, I would brush it on. Now, if you wanted a stickier sauce, you would lay the chicken on the grill, and as it was cooking on the raw side, you would place your dressing or your barbecue sauce. But make sure, of course, that you wash that silicone brush before you use it again. You don't want to touch the raw meat to cooked meat. That would not be good. So once I was cooked on one side, I'd flip it over so the sauce was now facing down on the grill, and I would sauce the cooked side, and then that way you'd get like a stickier, more well-rounded sauced piece of meat. You could also marinate your chicken, and before you grill it, allow the excess marinade to drip off, and then grill on both sides as usual. Now, again, how many does it serve? Well, my daughter and I shared a chicken breast. My son and my husband would usually get one each. And with regards to the cook time, again, it's about 5 minutes. It depends how hot your grill is. Is your chicken totally thawed? Sometimes, you know, I'd come home and I would have taken the chicken out of the freezer and put it in the fridge while I was at work, and it wasn't 100% thawed, but you know, it's fine to cook. So it varies. So I'm actually not going to fill that part out. But let me share with you our magnificent marinade. So I'm going to write up all the ingredients and then we'll talk about them. So the magnificent marinade has 1.5 cups of oil, 3/4 cup, I have to use gluten-free soy sauce, 1/2 cup of wine vinegar. You can use red wine vinegar, rice wine vinegar. You can use plain white vinegar, it's fine. 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 1/4 cup of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. That's one heck of a word to say. 2 tablespoons of dry mustard, 2.5 teaspoons of salt, a tablespoon of pepper, 2 teaspoons of parsley, 2 tablespoons of garlic. And all you do is combine it. Now, what I would do is combine this in a jar. I would keep an old spaghetti sauce jar, and I would just toss everything in there as I measured it out. Shake the jar, and ta-da! You can keep it in the freezer. You can keep it in the fridge. Use it right away. So magnificent marinade. Now, if you do put your raw chicken in the marinade and want to keep the marinade as a sauce, you have to bring it to a complete boil. Okay. So I don't think I'm going to find a sticker. I'm just going to move forward. I'm going to flip this over because the final one is pork tenderloin, and I don't mind having it on the back of the magnificent marinade because I generally used the magnificent marinade on the pork tenderloin. And I honestly don't think I'm going to find a pork tenderloin at all in my stickers. So let me get the ingredients down and the preparation, and then we'll talk. Now, with pork tenderloin, I would recommend using a meat thermometer. A pork tenderloin is somewhat flat, but sort of roundish. And so if you're using the marinade, you'll want to drain your marinade before you put it on the grill. Put it on the cooler side of the hot grill, not above the direct hot coals, but you know, it has to be over coals, just not necessarily the gathered hottest part. And cook approximately 10 minutes. and then you want to rotate it. Cook approximately 5 to 7 minutes more on that side. At this time, you'll want to move your meat, because it's almost cooked, to the hottest part of the grill. If you are using your sauce, brush it on now. And you're going to want to grill the tenderloin so it gets a nice crust all around the tenderloin, approximately 2 to 3 minutes on the hottest part of the grill, rotating it. This is not the time to be sitting and gabbing with folks and family and enjoying a cold beverage. You've really got to babysit your meat there. And of course, check the internal temperature using a meat thermometer. So, little pork tenderloin, that's always been my favorite. Use your magnificent marinade. Cook the grilled chicken, which is something that we eat all the time. Perhaps your hamburgers and hot dogs, and enjoy those family favorites in a mixed grill barbecue. Now, I certainly would not cook all of these at one time, but hey, if you're having a big family gathering, you might. Well, I hope you have found something new to add to your repertoire. And leave a comment below and let me know, what is your family favorite protein on the grill? And stay tuned, because there's 3 more videos left in this family favorite barbecue series. And thanks again, David, for suggesting that I share a family favorite barbecue menu. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.